Hello everybody, it's Christine. I'm going to show you a little concept for doing artwork with acetate with overhead projector paper. This is just some cheap overhead folio, which is also called transparency or acetate. It's a really interesting material to work with if you want to do any kind of layering of images and text or painting on it or mixed media. So I believe you guys have a project where you need to layer images and text. I made a little example of some acetate in which I drew on. So you can see that the marker, I used alcohol markers, which we have upstairs. You can use markers to draw directly onto the acetate. And then you can use this to lay over images. Here I've printed some text. Oops. I've printed some text on the acetate. Okay. And I've printed a picture on the acetate. So on one side is the ink, and on the other side is more of a glossy side. So on the side where it's ink, it's still actually quite pliable. You can use some alcohol, just straight cheap alcohol, and actually move the ink around if you like. You can draw directly on with the alcohol marker, which will also move the ink that's on the page there. You can paint with acrylics onto your acetate paper. And once you have your images and your different layers prepared, you can start to put them together. You can use double-sided tape like this on the outside of your image, which actually gives it a bit of a distance between the two. So the thicker you go, the more distance you have. And when you play with distance, you also play with the shadows reflecting behind the text on the upper level. So depending on how you want to layer them, you layer your images, and then they're taped together. And then you can decide what kind of background you would like. Right now we have just white behind it, but you could actually put wood behind it, giving it a different picture. I'll show you also if you would just have one layer. It'd be like this. Okay, so you can decide what kind of background you would like. You also can cut them in strips so that you have maybe just image, just text, just image. Depends on how you want to put them together at the end. I've also seen people add things to it, like maybe a feather in between, maybe different types of paper. I've also seen people sew into them and do quite a lot of lovely things with them. But once you have them prepared, you know what you want your background to look like, your images are there, then we can cut out a black frame which will go around the edges, which will hide any of your tapes and things that you don't want people to see. So have fun with this. I hope that it works for you. And if you have any questions, you can email me or come up to the 7th floor to the art room. I'll help you. Or I can actually come and visit your class when you're making them. Also, feel free to join the art club, and you can come up there anytime you want and work with me, and we'll help you get your project done. So have a good day. Bye-bye.